What's going on, guys? Wolfie TCG back at you with some new stuff on the channel. If you guys haven't noticed, I haven't really been uploading in a good minute. Have been trying new TCGs out. Recently got into Star Wars, and basically just want to go over my experience over at the PQ, which was honestly very nice. Day one, I completely got demolished. As you guys can see, I was able to at least do 3-5. Not the best and nothing to brag about. Literally won 3 rounds and then just completely lost 5 rounds in a row. Opponents were awesome. The event was cool. A couple things that we will go over though is just do have a couple gripings. Nothing with any players or anything like that or any of the matches. Matches were good. Nobody was. I just honestly it was cool seeing other YouTubers there as well. I know I'm not like a big YouTuber or anything, but I mean, seeing Veiled Shot there, getting to actually say, hey, what's up, and just really nice. But no, so basically, with going into this tournament, I've been playing it on and off for about, probably more on than off, for about good 6 months now. So I do like Star Wars. It's very fun. We will actually start, this will actually be the very first entry into Star Wars Unlimited on the channel. We will be moving forward, just making fun decks, seeing what works, see what doesn't. I also have a couple series planned out for the channel, so if you guys are interested, just you'll see hit that notification bell really. But yeah, without further ado, first off, we will be going into my deck list for this. Yeah, it was fun. All right, so having the deck on screen, you guys can see it's a nice Quinlan deck. It's basically from the past few sets. I added a couple things here and there, obviously like the N1 Starfighter, the Adi Gallia just for early game, especially Adi Gallia going up against anything that's event heavy, at least get that extra damage in. Also added in Quinlan Voss, Deepa Bilaba, and the Qui-Gon Jinn unit. Very good late game, you can just keep ambushing in, killing any of their big units. Had really fun with this deck. It's really fun. If you guys want to, you can try it out, but it's a basic Quinlan deck. It's Quinlan Tarkentown at its core. Really fun, really good deck. Went up against some really hard matchups. I went up against Han Blue, which just utterly annihilated me. Minute they can get down, really Luke, I just died. Going up against 2 Kylo Rens, both Data Vault. Force Throw and Ahsoka just kind of helped them out more than it would help me out, I would say. Just because they're like, oh, cool, I was going to discard this card anyway, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, that and just getting Kylo Data Vaulted, having Legal Authority, Craving Power, and then immediately next turn just Overwhelming Barrage. You can't keep a board up. So nothing against, I do like those decks, really fun to play against. So yeah, we'll go into the next part of this video where it's basically going to be a couple things I wish that they did a little bit better at the actual thing, at the actual GC, just because there was a couple of gripings that you heard out throughout the day. Day one with the main event went pretty well. Everything for main event was smooth, really nice. There wasn't a lot of people. I would say the way that they did it through melee, everything, it went very smooth. Side events, however, the lines really were bad. Yeah, they literally had no organization when it came to doing anything for the lines until later on in day one. And then their solution, basically, to try and mitigate the line was Premier Pod to the right, and then everything else still to the left. So even just to get through the line, to do if you wanted to do like Twin Suns, win a box, or anything like that, if you weren't playing Premier and had a full group of 8, you were standing in line for a good 20, 30, 40 minutes. Yeah, it was crazy. Another thing that we also did hear that there were rumors that I guess the actual place, the Venetian, where they had this lost a pallet of their supplies, don't know what those were, but from anybody going in and getting tickets even the day early, that they ran out of side event tickets. So day one, basically, they were like, oh, you guys can come down, we'll print out tickets and give you extra tickets for the inconvenience. Really nice way to try and do it. I thought that was cool of them. But just that, everything felt a little unorganized when it came to like the side events, the prize wall, Yeah, it just felt really unorganized, and everybody was just kind of scrambling around to try and make it work. Day 2, they had the Open, which I played in the Open. I tried Han Blue. I went literally 3 games. I went 1 and 2. So I dropped from the tournament just so I could farm the side events because I was just not getting tickets. So sorry, I had to drop out. Day 2, same thing with the lines. It was the same thing. A little bit faster because everybody was either playing in the main or still in the actual main Galactic. But yeah, it just took forever to get through. Still really fun events though. I like what they did with like the window box, the drafts. Really cool. And now to the meat of this entirety of this video. The prize wall and day 3. So as people know, our badges came with QR codes. The QR codes were nice. You're like, okay, cool. Never use them. They used them for the pins, and one way to get the pins was to get the pin passport piece of paper, which they kept running out of every single day. Another thing which I thought was kind of weird because it's literally just a piece of paper, but anyway, to get a pin, you needed the pin passport paper. You didn't have the pin passport paper, they would not give you pins. I was not able to get a single pin because they kept running out of pin passports. Didn't really care. I'm not a pin guy. It's fine. Just thought they could have done something a little bit better. Like if you're already using a QR code, why not just use the QR code to basically just be like, hey, this is your pin. Have a good day. So I feel like that's just something that was a little counterintuitive on their part. Just because you literally have the technology to do a QR code and to keep track of how many pins you are giving to a person. And now for the biggest part where a lot of people were pretty mad, pretty like irked, and it didn't. So again, going back to the QR code, for the prize wall tickets, they had the Luke and Vader showcases from set 1. 3,000 tickets for 1, or you could get both for 5,000. I was lucky enough to get just one of each on day 2. I borrowed some tickets because I felt like something was going to happen on day 3, and thankfully, I was right. So, we'll go back to the QR code with this. They have a QR code to keep track of pins. And literally, they ran out of Luke's and Vader showcases. So, nobody could literally get them day 3, except for a select few people that started in line. Now, my big gripe with this is you literally have the QR code, and I'm saying literally a lot. You have the QR code. You can track this. I just felt it was unfair for people that were either in the main tournaments, trying to, not just be there for the farm. Now they're basically out of the showcases because there was no way to keep track of how many showcases you got. I feel they should have limited this. They should have been able to give everybody should have been able to get a showcase. Or at most, a play set of showcases. Literally people talking about how people have bought 20 of these showcases just so that they could resell them on eBay. And you guys will see that basically this is where all the showcases went. Now, I'm not saying that you can't sell your showcases. Yes, you can do whatever you want with your cards. But the fact that you're farming them just to flip them online, and basically the competitive part about this, or I will say it's scalpers. I'm not backed by anybody. I can say what I want. The scalpers on this is just crazy. Like $900 for a Darth Vader showcase that you could have farmed for. Another thing that I feel like they did wrong was you could literally just buy tickets and then just go buy the showcases. All you had to have spent was $250. You could have got both showcases. So basically, what's to stop somebody from just buying a huge load of tickets and just buying all the showcases? And that boils back down to using the QR code or tracking how many showcases are given to a certain player. I just feel like that was just a slap in the face to basically anybody that was actually in the Open or in the actual Galactic Championship, because okay, cool, you're trying your hardest to basically, yes, you get cool swag, you get cool cards for doing the Galactic, but now you're basically, yeah, it shouldn't be your main goal, but it would have been nice to at least either they set some aside or they at least were able to at least buy them with the tickets that they farmed from doing the Galactic and everything else. But literally everything else is just being sold on eBay. Like, like this right here is the cheapest I've seen one for, $250. So kudos to this guy that's trying to at least make it not too bad for everybody. But yes, I feel like they should have had a better system put in place, so this way everybody could at least got a showcase, along with other prizes. Prizing day 3, you had people you couldn't get a super laser blast past day 1, basically. Maybe day 2 in the morning, but it boils down to the same thing. They should have been able to keep track. Other TCGs, other tournaments, honestly, they keep track of how much this is. It was just kind of a slap in the face to the community. Same thing with the event exclusive Dooku's. Basically, the event exclusive Darth Tyrannus. In this post, you can see that it was posted on July 26th. Galactic Championships attendees tomorrow starting at 11 a.m. PT, which will be for day 3. You guys can get a hand on this while supplies last. The funny thing was, if you guys were paying attention when they first posted this on day 2, the post literally read, all our attendees will be able to get this. So as you can see, this was taken 3 hours after they posted this to their actual Facebook group. Galactic Championship attendees tomorrow starting at 11 a.m. will be handing out the event card to all our guests. There was no mention of where supplies last. So yeah, they really need to either figure out, hopefully for next GC, a way to basically be like, hey, we're keeping track of this, or they really need to fix that. I also say that they should hopefully, I know my video probably won't get anywhere with this, but I feel like they should also have a way to better manage, either do 2 prize wall sections, maybe figure out a way to do lines where it's like, okay, this is a specific line. They had more than enough room to basically boil it down to this line, this line, this line, and this line for every single thing you could have wanted. I feel like they weren't organized enough for this. You know, given that it was the first, I'm a little more lenient on how much they could have done with it. I get it. It's the first time. They weren't prepared enough. Hopefully going into GC next year, which I will be going to, hopefully they go into it where they're more prepared and it's more organized. So, yeah. Other than that, though, guys, that's my biggest gripe with the whole GC. At the end of the day, it was fun. We had fun. My group had fun. Meeting everybody, playing with just people from around the world was awesome. The card game's still fun. I just wish that they had a little better system for the GC. So if you guys liked the video, didn't like the video, voice your comments down below. Like, dislike, it's up to you. Hit the subscribe button if you want to hear more, and we will be working on doing content for Star Wars. It'll probably be within the next 1 to 2 days. I'm still trying to get back my sleep schedule from the GC since it was a full weekend. But there will be a video posted this week for Star Wars, which will actually be the entry into our first series of Star Wars. So if you guys like it and you like Star Wars content, please, by all means, drop by the channel. I have a couple of Magic videos. I probably will be working more with Star Wars, just because I actually physically play and it's not just MTG Arena. So yeah, we'll be shifting to Star Wars right now. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, like I said, hit the like button, all that fun stuff, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one.